Good evening, everybody. Now it's time for another WWE pay-per-view, even though we had one a couple weeks ago. And yep, it's Stomping Grounds. Yeah, interesting title, lot for pay-per-view. I think you can file that one under Abysmal, along with with the likes of Capital Punishment, Great Balls of Fire, and Beware of Dog, just to name a few. Yeah, Stomping Grounds. It really does sound like an off-key in your house pay-per-view of the 1990s. Usually, I say like that's of like I'm looking forward to like this pay-per-view. Like I'm like because I'm a WWE fan, but of course I've been hyped from like for other like pay-per-views. However, it is my duty to report on these matters, so I'm going to run down the card and give my predictions of what I'm hoping will be a excellent pay-per-view, even though I can't bring myself to be certain. It is what it is. I think we're sort of like just mulling through like the filler between now and SummerSlam, so here's hoping it's going to be a good pay-per-view, and even though like my hopes aren't high, so therefore it might actually turn out to be good. Like, because as they say, if you hype up something, it turns out to be a disappointment. If you have no expectations going into something and you come up with no expectations, then you get what you have. However, if you go in with no expectations and come out with something spectacular, yeah, pretty good. So yeah, look, let's run down like the card from top to bottom. No match has been confirmed for the pre-show yet, even though one of these matches probably will be on the pre-show. We get to decide, so let's just go through each one individually. So up first, a triple threat match for the Cruiserweight Championship. The champion, Tony Nese versus Drew Gulak and Akira Tauza. This could be a potentially brilliant match. Anyone who watches 205 Live or the Cruiserweights, as I've said time and time again, these guys really know how to put on a brilliant match and don't get the exposure that they deserve half the time, I don't think. So, it's going to be a good match, this one. I think like the aim is to keep the title on Nese at least until SummerSlam, so I can see Tony Nese retaining here. What else we've got? The SmackDown Tag Team Championships. Daniel Bryan and Eric Rowan versus Heavy Machinery. They're gonna try the best with this one. I'm not expecting much from it. I'm expecting Bryan and Rowan to retain. Heavy Machinery are a good tag team. They just need a bit more exposure, I suppose, and maybe sort of down the line they'll become tag champs. It just won't be tonight. So for Bryan and Rowan to not retain, I can see them hanging on the titles love for quite a bit. So you never know what's coming up. So there you go. The Raw Women's Championship, the man Becky Lynch versus Lacey Evans. This is a rematch from Money in the Bank, which Becky Lynch won. Lacey Evans has become a formidable opponent for Becky Lynch, but once again, I can see Becky retaining here. She's still on her roll, on her run, at least coming into SummerSlam. You'd think the momentum is going at least until then. I think the sort of they want Becky to face Shayna Baszler at SummerSlam, so the fact that they will carry on. Lacey Evans will be a future women's champion in the WWE. I'm certain of that, just not tonight. So Becky to retain. Onto the other women's match, the SmackDown Women's Champion Bayley versus Alexa Bliss. Now this will be Alexa Bliss's first match in a matter of months. The actual fact that she's wrestling again is a near miracle. A massive injury late last year. Pretty much crippled her ring ability. but she's back, so the round of applause for that, which is fantastic. Alexa Bliss will be champion again. I am certain of that. Just not tonight. Bayley's only just won it. You want to have the momentum, and I think it's a massive opportunity to give these two ladies a better feud than they did of 2 years ago. Because a lot of people are saying, "Oh, we've already seen this." But of course, you did. It just wasn't a very good feud. So hopefully, second time round, Bayley versus Alexa Bliss will be a lot more electric. And I think it's got potential, considering if you go throw Nikki Cross into the mixing of Alexa Bliss's corner, there could be shenanigans going on there. So fingers crossed, we do have that. The United States Championship, Samoa Joe versus Ricochet. Now this could potentially be the match of the night. Two brilliant competitors. Samoa Joe, as everyone knows, hard-hitting, brutal, plays heel so well. Ricochet, a lot of people can say this is Joe versus Mysterio Mark II. Ricochet is so much more than a hippie flippy type of wrestler. He's yet to have a title in WWE, and I think it could be a good elevation, because I can see Samoa Joe moving up to the main event very soon. So although Joe has only just won the United States Championship back, I do think he'll be dropping it to Ricochet, because Ricochet can have a good run with the title, whereas Samoa Joe does not need the US Championship. He should be in the main event picture, which I think he will be very soon. So that's that. So Ricochet versus Samoa Joe, I can see that being a match of night potential. Kofi Kingston versus Dolph Ziggler, steel cage match for the WWE Championship. This also could be a brilliant match. Two veterans actually put on quite a good match at the Super Showdown, and this is the rematch. Kofi and Dolph have both been around the block for a long time. You'd think the veteran instincts could put on a good match for these two, and add in the gimmick of the steel cage. They really want to be hammering one another. It's going to be a good back and forth contest, this I think, but I can ultimately see Kofi Kingston still winning it, only just because I think Kofi Kingston, much like Seth Rollins, much like Becky Lynch, the three heroes from WrestleMania, they want them to keep their titles for a bit longer. And if the rumors are true, then Kofi will be keeping the title at least until SummerSlam, I think, until ultimately Shane McMahon takes it off him. I've heard them rumours. I'm hoping that that's not the truth, but that's what's been put about on the dirt sheets, but we shall see. So yeah, Kofi versus Dolph, Kofi to retain. Roman Reigns versus Drew McIntyre, WrestleMania rematch. This could be a real hard-hitting brawl type of match. I'm going to give the win to Reigns, but only just. Now this is a very, very a difficult one to call. Even though I just called it for Reigns, it's difficult to call for a number of reasons. Drew McIntyre is still on a huge roll. Although he did lose to Reigns at WrestleMania, he assisted his buddy Shane to beat Reigns at Super Showdown a couple weeks ago. Reigns will want to go out and get revenge for that, but you sort of think if Reigns were to lose this one, it does tie him with Drew for one match apiece in this feud. So you think maybe down the line at SummerSlam or Extreme Rules they'll have the rubber match. Whereas Reigns to lose two matches on pay-per-view is pretty much unthinkable. So you just don't know about this. It's about to be shenanigans from the revival, the B Team, Elias, Shane McMahon, et al. Pretty much. But I'm gonna give the rub to Reigns, but only just. So only just on that one. What else we got? Oh yeah. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn versus The New Day. Pretty much a throwaway bonus match here. Not much to report. Four solid workers in there. Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Big E, Xavier Woods. it's a by the numbers match, back and forth. It wouldn't hurt like New Day to lose this one, and it would give a bit of a boost to Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. That's why I'm going to go for those two. So Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn to win that one. I think there's only just a couple more. Let's skim through. I think I have covered everything here, pretty much, apart from like the main event. Yes, so yeah, there is just one more match to cover, and that is the main event. Seth Rollins versus Baron Corbin for the Universal Championship, with a yet to be announced special guest referee. This match went on first. That's a Super Showdown. It was a okayest match, pretty much Seth Rollins boosting Baron Corbin into the match. I mean, I struggle with Corbin. He's not much of a character to me. Seth Rollins is still on his momentum, like his role. And of course, it's a speculation who's going to be like special guest referee. Like a lot of people have said, 100% Brock Lesnar, and you sort of got to think, well, Brock Lesnar is logical, but at the same time, it's also illogical. Like he's the Money in Bank holder. You're sort of thinking, okay, I'm going to call this match like whoever wins. Basically, like whoever wins this match, I'm just going to pin their ass. So you sort of think, and they be wary of like who it is. I'm hoping it's going to be someone surprising, like someone like you don't expect. Yeah, I can see it being initially like at first a comedy spot. Like bring it Bo Dallas, Heath Slater, R-Truth, even like maybe to start. Whoever it is, they'll get taken out, and then like the real, well, they'll get taken out by the real special guest referee. Here's a funny thought. How about he is recently retired? He is on the ambassador role. How about Kurt Angle as the special guest referee? And that will really, really get up the nose of Corbin. Like that would. So that would be like a really interesting one as a special guest referee. So we will wait and see. So yeah, that's my predictions for Stomping Grounds. Like I say, I'm hoping it's going to be a better pay-per-view than expected. Only one can tell until they actually see it. So keep your eyes peeled for the review of this show in a couple of days. And a quick mention: I will be putting my title on the line again, like with Mr. Adam Griffin. It's going to be tight. We have like predicted all the same. So it's possibly going to be a draw, which means champion keeps his title. So yeah, we shall see. Once I suppose like on a technicality, we've put it down to Reigns and Drew McIntyre. Like he's initially gone for Reigns, but he's also initially gone for Drew McIntyre. So we shall see who gets that. So good luck, Adam. We shall see. Anybody wants to leave any comments, please do so below. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you very much for watching. See you later. Bye.